Hello, everybody. What did I do here? I messed stuff up. I think. Oh my goodness. This is not. I hate when things don't work out. You know what I mean? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think I'm getting it. Let's see. My Streamlabs, I guess that's was necessary or something. I guess can't even see me or nothing, and everything's crashing. Wow, cool. Yeah, that's pretty much how the whole day has been. I don't know what's going on here. I think that's better. For fuck's sake. God! Nothing can work out today. Today is just bad. Today's just bad. Well, anyway, hello, whoever's here. Thank you for tuning in. Watching me fucking fuck up and get pissed off. Anyway, cheers. How's everybody's week going so far? Hello, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm having it rough, man. As usual. It's never a dull moment. Not to mention in Florida, the heat right now. Killing me. It's killing me. I'm in my bedroom where I do this, and I mean, I'm blasting that air conditioner. Yeah, cheers. I'm blasting that air conditioner, but even that air, hey, what's up? I'm so glad. Look at that. I had to widen the chat a little bit. Cool, cool. I'm glad you guys are here, man. Um, the mushroom shits. Oh my god. Well, staying home from work is good, though. Man, I'm sweating my ass off. I shit you not. It's 8:41, and the sun is just going down. And hey, Promethean, hi. And I mean, it is still 84 degrees up in here, man. I mean, like in Florida. It's killing me. It's killing me. And this is not even the worst month yet. This is June. What's gonna happen in July, for fuck's sake, in August? Yeah, I know. I want to. Trust me, I want to. If I had the money, I would get out. Or, like, the technicalities are a problem because I have 11 cats. So, and I said that before. We own the house, so it's kind of like I can't really go anywhere. I'm kind of stuck here for a while, but whole nother story for a whole nother day. But yeah, it's hot, man. And my room upstairs never cools down because this is an old house. My house is from 1938. We have no insulation, pretty much, right? So it's like, it's a wood house. So to cool that house down, you have to literally bust that air conditioner for 12 hours every day at like 67 or something, 65. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. My tinnitus is killing me. Guys, I went to the doctor. Can you believe that shit? I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor for the fourth time in my life. I'm 32. He gave me some antibiotics and some allergy meds, and but that tinnitus is still there. But hopefully, I feel like it's getting less, right? But it's hard to tell, right? It's hard. It's like, am I imagining it, or is it really getting less? Like, ugh, it's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, that cat thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's but nothing is so bad. It's just the heat. The heat is killing me right now. Everything else is pretty much good. Oh man, issues with the AC. Shit. Yeah, I had to go. I had to go. I knew something was up. I knew something was up. And then he looked at my ear and he was like, "Yeah, I see an irritation on the membrane, like on the eardrum or something." Yeah, and then he prescribed me antibiotics. And online it said that it'll take about 4 to 5 days for the antibiotic to actually start, showing, reducing the symptoms of the eardrum thing, which means one of the symptoms is the tinnitus. I hope it'll go away, man. I hope I don't have that shit forever. I mean, even forever, I guess it says 6 to 12 months. Man, it's driving me crazy. I can't even think straight because it's just like dee 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 in my fucking ears. Yeah, Texas. Texas is fucking crazy too. But Texas is more of a drier heat. You know what I mean? Texas is like I can handle that better. It's the humidity plus the heat in Florida that drives me crazy. You know. If I have dry heat, like when I was in California, that was nice. I like that. I like that dry heat. And then at night, but that's the difference too. At night in Cali, it cools down. It totally cools down as soon as the sun goes down. It cools down, and then you just open your windows and fucking let the cool air in. But here in Florida, it doesn't. It just stays that way. That's why the air conditioner blasts here so hard. Shit. Yeah, people are like, why is it so cold in your house? I'm like, downstairs, yeah, it's too cold, but upstairs is just the right temperature. Um, yeah, humidity is, woohoo. Anyway, so, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've been talking about trying to get um, these canvases, and I haven't had the money, right? It was like $80 or $82 for, well, actually, I think the whole thing cost me 86.66. So it's 5 canvases, and yeah. So as is typical for me, I got them, and it's great, and they're great, but they're the wrong fucking size. Fuck's sake, man. I'm so mad about that. I am so mad about that because the size that I wanted would have been kind of not completely rectangular, right? A little bit, whatever. I don't know how to really explain it, but this shit is pretty much a complete rectangle, right? And it's just like, damn, I got the wrong size. I mean, size-wise, they're a good size, but I got the wrong dimensions of the size. I wanted it to be about like this, but it turns out it's like this. Oh my god, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. So my plan today is to pay this. I cannot pronounce this word. Ouroboros. Ouroboros is how I would pronounce it in my, how a Serbian would pronounce. Or Ouroboros is how I would pronounce that, right? So that's the snake eating its tail, right? The snake eating its own tail. So it would be perfect as on its own on the canvas dimensions that I sought to have, right? So, but I didn't. So now tonight I was, man, when I unpacked my fucking shit tonight and I noticed it, I was so pissed off. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? And then the canvas wouldn't get on the try or on the what do you call it, the on the easel it wouldn't get stuck. It wouldn't be locking in. All of this shit is going down. Okay, thank you. Because I'm like, I don't know. Um, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm flipping out. I'm throwing shit around. My cat is like, caw, 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 caw. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He runs out, right? I'm like, this is not good. This is not good. My boss at my job today, he's losing his shit. He's acting out completely, dude. Totally going crazy. So it's like, okay, so ah, so I'm like, okay, so everything is going wrong. Everything is going wrong. I'm like, this is not good. Um, so I was literally like, I'm just gonna cancel the stream. I'm gonna say, fuck it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking do it because it's not good. It's not good. But I had an idea. I came up with a solution. So it's kind of like two birds with one stone. In Germany, we would say two flies with one swatter. And I'm gonna not just do the Ouroboros. I'm also gonna do a nice background for it, which I did not plan on doing with the canvas that I was planning on fucking having. I was planning on doing literally just a black background again, like I did on the old sigil. Oh, by the way, we flipped the camera back again, so this is better. I can I don't have to think like, okay, so yeah, on this sigil, I was gonna do a black background just like this on this painting, but I have decided against that because I had a better idea. I have, if you go onto my Etsy store or on my Facebook, you can see it. I have created that is it's a deer skull. It's like a 3D deer skull that's in the foreground, and then the background is a certain type of background that I don't want to give away now because I'm gonna be doing this here in just a second. You guys will be probably immediately aware on what I'm gonna be doing. Um, and I found that my whole scenario changed in my head to what I wanted it to look like a black background and white on it, white with accent, other colors, whatever. That has completely changed. This is now going to be the background that I'm going to do, and then it's going to be the Ouroboros is going to be like a almost like a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep it. I'm not good at the realism, right? I'm like a little baby still with realism. Honestly, I've tried my whole life, but I've never fucking been so deeply. I've never, I don't know. I should have paid more attention the last 15 years or so, then I would be fucking. I don't know what I would be doing right now, but I would be better probably than Leonardo da Vinci. But I'm whatever. But I love that realism, right? That's my favorite type of art. Like when it looks as realistic as possible. Hyper realism, whatever they call that shit. That's fucking like that requires so much patience, so much effort. So I'm not gonna promise anything like that because that's not gonna happen. Okay, but I want to make the Ouroboros very realistic looking. Okay, and I want to try to make it kind of look like a snake, but like a dragon. Okay, my Etsy store is Dragana's Apothecary. Dragana's Apothecary. That's where you can see my the one painting that has the look for the painting that has the deer skull in the foreground. And that background is what I'm going to be doing today because I pretty much want to decorate my entire house in this type of paintings because I fucking love it. Yeah, like a serpent. Yeah. So it's going to be it's going to be a greenish beige whatever other colors like a realistic dragon or snake, serpent, whatever would look like. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm really excited about it because I think it's gonna look good. I'm gonna maybe kind of make it almost a little bit of like an Asian style, almost too, right? Like a Asian dragon. Um, I love the whole dragon thing because Dragana, my father's name Dragan comes from the dragon Dracul, from the Romanian. Um, Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. So today is probably just gonna be we're just gonna have some fun and just do the background because the background is the details of the background. I have to be a little more, concentrate a little bit more. But the general thing of the background is gonna be more fun to do. And I'm kind of looking forward to it because I get to make this piece and then decorate it in my house until somebody buys it, which hopefully somebody fucking will. You know what I mean? For fuck's sake, people buy my shit. What's wrong with you? I want to quit my job and just do that, but whatever. Can't count on you, motherfuckers. I'm just messing with you. I'm having a good time. I'm glad I'm here. This is like my social shit, for the week, I guess. I'm off tomorrow, but never really off. I'm opening my store tomorrow, right? But I can kind of sleep a little longer. I gotta take my stupid antibiotics like at 4 in the morning, so I have to always set my alarm. That's so fucking annoying. Because I want to go exactly how the doctor tells me. I'm gonna do it exactly like he told me because if I want to get better, I gotta listen to the professional. Whatever. Okay. You saw it, Metal Talk. You know what I'm talking about. Don't say anything, but you know what I'm talking about. This is gonna be good. That's so crazy, man. Promethean, I know. Fuck. Yeah. Oh, man. So that the little man at least can have, something. You know? I understand, man. I'm getting my heart is lately so soft because, all the kids are out of school, so the boss has the little daughter, Anastasia. She's always at work with us, and, oh, man, I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. I'm so happy that you love it. I love making that thing, man. The spine. Yes. Um. No, no. Man. So my boss's daughter Anastasia, she's been working with us. She's so sweet. She she tries to be a little hostess, tries to seat people, and she's like, well, she addresses me by my other name, right? And she's like, "You have this table," and I'm like, "Thank you, Anastasia." She'd be like, "There's somebody that really wants a raspberry iced tea with no ice, and they want to deliver it to the table right here." And she's sitting at the table, and I'm like, where's this person, Tia? Because her nickname is Tia. We call her Tia. I'm like, where's this person, Tia? Where? And her brother is sitting there, and he's like, Anthony. He's like, it's her. I'm like, I know, Anthony. And I'm like, and you know what, Tia? That same person that wants that raspberry tea has perfectly healthy legs to get it herself. And she's like, oh my god. But she's a good girl, so I'm having fun, man. Kids are cool to hang out with. We do like fucking word puzzles and whatever, because this is fucking slow at work now, so I get bored as hell. I'm like, oh, I'm glad she's here. She takes a whole box of cookies that we fucking charge $8 for. She opens that shit up. This is her dad's business, right? She's a little girl. She's like, oh, you want a cookie? I'm like, sure. Metal Talk. That's it is a raccoon, I believe. Do not quote me on that because I was not the one that found this. Draven found this. So I would have to ask him because he knows. I know kids are so. Whenever I'm like, I feel so like comfy, and I'm like, oh man, that's so nice, and they're still so, they're so innocent, and they're so just, I don't know. It makes me feel nostalgic, right? It reminds me of when I was a little girl like that, right? I was the same way. I really look at Tia and I'm like, oh my goodness, that girl's just like how I was when I was that age. It's for real. She's a little spoiled, you know. Her parents have money. She doesn't have much to worry about at all, and that's kind of how I was brought up a little bit, you know. So, does it look similar to the one, or am I wrong? Listen, we have so many dead animals in this house, so many skeletons. Uh, I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, a fox. You know what? Hold on a second because I want to know now. I'm curious. Okay. Fuck it. And these termites, man. That one's flying around. I got you, bitch. Killing you. I'm killing you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm not an animal murderer, but right now I am an animal murderer because I'm an animal too, and you're coming in my area. For fuck's sake, killed it. Fuck. Okay, let me find that out because I want to know. Oh, it does look like that. Well, hold on. I'm coming right back. I'll find out right now. Okay, I got my answer. So, in fact, it was not a raccoon. It was a fucking possum. Because we had a dead raccoon hang over our fence. I think he tried to escape from the cats or a dog that was chasing him, and he got caught in the fence, and he just fucking died in the fence. Fucking sad as fuck. I wasn't there for that. But he hung in the fence, and one day the driver took him off the fence and put him in our little designated bone basket, and we named him Frank, and waited until he rotted. But uh, I thought it was his spine, but I guess it was not. It was the possum, which I have the skull of this possum in my possession. It's sacred on my altar. This is my sacred possum. It's beautiful. I really wish it still had the other front tooth, you know, but it's perfect. And the coolest part about this is that Draven used to do irrigation work, right? And we're in this and he found a whole. Let me show you this shit here. He found a whole dead bird, little tiny bird, and brought it home. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that skull, huh? So fragile, so small, huh? You can't. I want to make jewelry, but they're gonna fall apart. It's too small. It's too fragile. I have one piece that oh shit, I can't even take that one. Man, I got a lot of stuff, man. I got a lot of stuff. Where's my? Wait a minute. Oh, here. I got one that I actually I ordered this one online though, but this is a bat skull. It's a bat skull, but it has a silver lacquer on it, and it's so light, right? Even the chain is heavier than the whole skull. Yeah, because it's tiny creatures. I use these for rituals, you know, for a better connection to the other side. But what I was gonna say is, Draven used to do irrigation work, right? And because we're in the biggest retirement community in in the United States, there's golf courses as far as the eye can see, right? That's all we really have here. We don't have any fields of anything. We just have golf courses and gas stations and restaurants everywhere and bars. Okay, so that's what we have, and so he would work for companies that does the irrigation for these golf courses around here, and it's Florida. So he would be in the bush, you know, in the Florida bush of the golf courses, and he would bring home. I mean, one time he brought home an entirely intact skeleton that had just literally made a nest. That was his nest, and he got sick, ill, probably starvation or whatever, and went into his nest, and he died there. And then he just, Devin literally just picked up the entire nest of this perished raccoon skeleton, and it just lay there. Gator, everything. We have everything. Little bones everywhere, big bones, crane bones. We have crane. I have a crane skull, which is kind of like a little bit in a hook on my wall, so I don't want to rip it up now. And but we have all this stuff. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. So let's talk about this more. So we're going to be doing the background for this new painting today, and now what you want to. So the background is going to be white, but there's going to be another color on top of this white. And I have sorted out, see Marlboro? You know what this means? I have sorted out all my reds. Look at these. They're all very similar reds, right? They are valid home decor. But it's more for ritualistic purposes, always, even as a decoration, still I look at them, in that way. Um, so yeah, so I have all kinds of different reds here, and that's what's gonna happen. Oh my God! For fuck's sake! I told you guys today is not my day. It's not my day. I have this red too, which yeah, it's brilliant red. See, the brilliant red is the red that I like to work with the most, because when it comes to the, as I keep saying about the how real does something look, because a lot of people believe that blood red, it's more on the, I guess, on the pinkish side, right? But that's really not the truth. Once it dries and everything, it turns from orangey to almost brown. It's brown, right? So you want to keep it. You want to keep that kind of color, because if you want to make it realistic, you got to make sure. It's kind of hard, right? Because the other painting I did, it's kind of hard to maintain that, because I actually also incorporated my real blood into that painting. And it is kind of funny, because I can look at the painting and I can pinpoint which is my real blood and which is the blood of the painting. And then you can see the difference. It's a learning thing, right? So I can learn that. But yeah, you want to kind of keep it, don't go too pinkish, because you think that's it. It's not, Hollywood is not always correct with their depiction of this stuff. Even today, when you watch these movies and stuff, I've been watching newer stuff, and I'm like, oh, this has got to be really good, because we're in the century now, and things are moving along all the time. But no, certain things, they have not really improved. They have not made anything more realistic or anything in certain movies. I can't speak for everything, but I did watch the new fucking Stranger Things. I think I told you guys about that last week, though. Man, it was so great. I fucking love that show, man. I love that show. I don't care what people say. I love it. I fucking love it. So you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm just gonna go crazy here. Yep. It's about the best thing you can do. Because this is almost empty, which is like a shame, dude. It's a shame. I never thought I was actually gonna use that so much. But now I am. Alright. So I'm gonna try this thing. I've only tried this like literally a handful of times in my life. I don't even know. No, you know what? I can't. You guys probably can't. No, you can't see it. It's full with cat hair. Not using it. For fuck's sake. These animals, man. This is good. It doesn't really matter what kind of brush, right? Because you're doing this shit right here. Anyway, so oh yeah, this is just working out great already. Love it, love it. Yeah, so oh yeah, you guys can see it. You guys can see it. I'm buying a new camera, guys. Don't worry. I know that my resolution is just absolute garbage, man. I mean, I've been noticing that. So it's like, damn, I gotta do something. So, oh, I saw some. What the hell was that? That looked like flashing out there. Was that a fucking thunder or a lightning? Because I hear no thunder. What the fuck was that? That was weird. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's lightning. I'm thinking my crazy ass neighbors are taking pictures of me or some shit. I'm like, don't fucking take pictures of me, fuckers. Just kidding. They're probably not doing that, but I thought they might. So I'm gonna go underneath here. Not that big of a deal. But you want to keep it to a downstroke, right? You don't want to really go sideways much because you want to give it the appearance that it's dripping down. Okay, so you got even maybe do a little bit of a swirly thing to give it even more of an appearance. Oh yeah, this is great. See, the brilliant red is really great, but I'm gonna be incorporating other reds anyway, still, because just one type of red is kind of it's not really because the contrast, if you have because you have a little contrast. I don't know as how much you guys have seen when it comes to blood and guts and shit, but there is different reds in there, right? Different contrast, different things. So yeah, that's good. If honestly, like if I had more, I'm gonna still try it, I think. But if I had more red and I had like an abundance, I would like make it thick as hell. But I'm still gonna try to do that because I still have a good amount here, so this is already. Oh, what do you guys think? I mean, okay, good, good, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, so I can sit down now a little bit. Yeah, this is already. It's wonderful. Yeah, see, this is maybe give it a little bit of a 3D. Well, at least this is always the thing because I'm such a like I don't know, I'm a scatterbrain in some ways. Like I will find a color that I really like, and then I'm like, oh man. But then I will run out of this color, and because I'm also such a like organized and clean person, I will just throw the bottle away, and I'll never even look what does it say. And then I'm like, damn, I didn't even write down what color was this. And then I'm pissed because I can't remember now. But when it comes to colors, I'm really good at that, man. People have freaked out over. I can imitate color. Like there's this one guy that does it online. I can see a color from something, and he makes that color mixing different colors, and he makes that. I am that good. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at that shit. Making colors, mixing colors to a color that I see. So yeah, this is great. I'm loving it. So what else is new, guys? Any good metal shows coming? What are you guys doing? What's up? New albums coming out or something? I don't know. I never pay attention, to be honest with you. I do so much shit all the time. My friends, they'll send me their own stuff sometimes, and man, I'm telling you, I have more talented fucking. What kind of red is that? I don't know. I don't want to use it. I have more brilliant red here. I have fucking talented ass people around me. Did you know that? You guys knew that. I have so many talented ass people around me from local bands. It's a shame. It's like I want to be like, why are these guys not, fame? Why are these guys not? Oh, look at what I'm doing here. Look at that. That's oh yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, and it makes me so proud. It makes me so proud to know these people, and then they send me their stuff, and they're like, "Oh man, here, this is on their stuff. Really, you listen to it, and tell me what you think." And I'm like, "Oh my god, man, you care so much about what I think. Thank you. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm succeeding as a musician, right? It makes me feel like, wow, okay, they think highly of me. They think I'm doing a good job, and that's what makes them care about my opinion, right? That's good. That's a good feeling. That's a really good feeling, and I appreciate anybody that does that. Oh yeah, look at that. Smear that shit. I'm still too cleanly, so I want to keep it like clean. You know what I mean? I don't want it all fucking. Cause I want it to look. Oh man, it's so good. I'm having such a good time. Yeah, doing that because yeah, I was kind of prepared that this is just gonna be the background today because that's gonna this gotta really really dry completely, and then I can start moving forward with the Ouroboros. Starting to get a hang of this word. Thank you, Promethean, for helping me with that shit because I don't fucking know. I've known the symbol for a long time, but I never knew the name. What does the name come from? Is it in a Spanish origin? I feel like could be. Yeah, this is good. This is great. You guys can even see the little bit where it's like a bunch of local bands. What kind of genre is it? Is it just any kind of? Because I mean, I do make differences in genres. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. That's different. Like you ask me what's my favorite metal genre, it's gonna be fucking black metal, right? Sorry. But I do love a good death metal show too. Any kind of metal. Oh fuck! Did you see that? Fuck's sake. It's okay. I got it, I think. Because it's these little ones. Fucking shit. I don't have that big one anymore. I gotta order some. Oh, Ouroboros? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, because the way it rolls off the tongue is very similar to, like, how Serbian feels when you speak it. So it's like, okay, I feel like it's familiar to me. And that makes sense because Greek, yeah, makes sense. There's a bit, there are similarities also, small similarities between Greek and Serbian too. So, yeah. I got another brilliant red, and I got another one, and another, and another. Oh god, that reminds me of fucking. You guys know that movie? You guys like that never-ending story? But part deux, the second part, everybody was talking shit. That kid killed himself, man. That fucking Sebastian in that movie killed himself because he thought he wasn't good enough. That's so sad, man. You weren't good enough. No, I'm just fucking with you. He was fucking awesome, man. He was so wrong that he thought that way. It's weird, but I guess when we're in that state, right? Nobody can get us out. But yeah, that second movie when he has Oren, and Oren grants him all the wishes. Okay, wait a minute. Horror metal. Okay. Okay. Um, not really sure what this horror metal, to be honest. But yeah, and it's just like when he has Oren and he's climbing up that tower, and and Oren grants him all the wishes, and then he needs stairs to climb up higher on the thing. And he says, I wish for a step. I wish for another step, and another, and another. So I felt like that just now. Sorry, I don't know why I'm even bringing that up. Woohoo! This is great. Yeah, give your thing a little bit of a twist here to make it look even better, better. And then you guys can kind of so much fun. This is easy. I don't have to really think. Once I start with the actual thing, then I have to think. So I'm gonna. Okay. Let me, oh, Danzig. Yeah. I love Danzig. Danzig is the shit, or was the shit, I should say. I don't know why, but I'm into it. It's really weird. My taste is like so bizarre. Like I will like certain things of one genre, and then I will hate other things of the same genre. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. People, even my friends would be like, "You like this, but you don't like that," and I'm like, "Yeah, well that's weird. It doesn't make any sense." I'm like, "I know, I'm weird like that." No, it could be literally the slightest weird thing in an instrument or how it's played or something that'll totally just make me not then like something, right? It's hard to explain. Oh man, I love this. What do you guys think so far, huh? So far so good? I think so. I think so far so good. It's great. It's great. Oh man, I got an idea. Watch this. Mhm. Can't really see it because the canvas is already in this weird has this weird pattern on it itself. Thank you, thank you. I think so too. So now, I think I want to try to put on a little bit of a different red now, right? Because we've been doing the brilliant red. So now I think I'm going to put a little bit of a crimson. Crimson is a little darker and it has a little real tiny pinkish in it, right? I said no pinkish. I get it, but when it comes to contrast, that's okay. Because you want to right? You mix it in there. Yeah, it gives it like a bluish appearance. Oh, wow, that is so weird. How that looks. You guys can see it. It's visible. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. I like it. Not too much though, because then it's too much. Not too much though. That's cool though. Yeah, so you can even see how different the one red is from the other. But it does happen like this sometimes, right? So yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it so far. I'm gonna do kind of a lot, like more on the top. That's where it comes from, right? So I have real good coverage there of of red. Mm. Huh. Also reconnected with an old friend of mine, which was really awesome. Hadn't talked to him in years. Had kind of a fallout, right? And I was like, oh, fuck that, man. I miss that guy. We would hang out, man. We would fucking watch. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this movie, fucking Hobo with a Shotgun. We watched that. Yeah, that's what I was going for. That's exactly what I was going for me, Ethan. Um, but anyway, I hit him up and well, I fucking was searching fucking for his number and all of this shit and couldn't find it, and then finally I found the email address. I'm like, email address, who checks those? You know what I mean? I mean, I do because I kind of have to, but okay, so now it's not really visible, but we have a bunch of these bumps here that are literally filled with paint, and these must dry completely. Okay, so I have to just because this is it. This is the background. We already done with the background. Like I said, the background is easy, fun, just fucking. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. You guys can see it. It's good. So that needs to just dry now. That's it. So that's gonna dry until for a while because these things are thick that are on there. All right, I gotta turn this back. Jeez. Okay, that's better. All right. Oh, instead of moving my chair, just move the fucking camera, Dragana. How about that? Oh, good idea. So anyway, finally got a hold of him, and he was like, "Oh my God! Out of the ashes of friendship comes a ghost." And he's talking about me. He's like, "Man, you were really pissed off at me last time we talked. I didn't think you were ever going to talk to me again." I'm like, "No, no, it's cool. I was being a dick, and I was. I was being mean, right? Because I don't know, man. I in Germany we call this a besser wisser, a better knower, right? I like to oftentimes be this type of person, like I think I know it better, right? I know it better. No, you're wrong. I know this better. And I kind of acted like that with him. You know, he was trying to talk to me about something, and I'm like, no, no, you're wrong, and da 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 da, and whatever. And then it just escalated, and then I was like, well, I guess we can never speak again. I don't even remember what it was actually about. I guess we could never speak again. And I went so far over the top. I get sometimes like that, and I deleted his number and everything. That's why I couldn't find him because I had his shit deleted. My dumbass. But anyway, found the email address, contacted him. He texted me back with this huge fucking thing talking about from the ashes of friendship rises a ghost to the mortal's clammy hands as black metal starts playing in the background. And he is a bass player himself, but he does not really enjoy black metal. He's more of a funk guy, right? He likes that funky shit. And I'm like, whatever, dude. You like what you like. I like what I like. But I was like, oh my God, I can't believe motherfucker check this shit. Yeah, and so we talked again, and I told him about one of my other friends. It was a mutual friend, Heather, and I said, man, I said I've really been trying to get a hold of you, and I said I even texted Heather and asked her if she can give me, your number or whatever, because I thought maybe something was wrong, and that's why he popped in my head. I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure that you're okay and your family's good and everything is good. And I said, but on Facebook, the shit, I can't get this, whatever. On Facebook, her that arrow isn't filled in yet, so that means that she hasn't received the message yet, right? I said so. I told her, I said, well, she still has to receive the message. She hasn't even received the message that I sent to her. And then he suddenly goes, um, okay, yeah, she may have not talked to you or texted you or anything like that because she actually died 2 years ago. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? He said, yeah, she died. I said, what did she die from? And he told me from liver failure. So I was shocked. I'm still shocked about this. Because, she was one of those people that, I don't know, you all you always remember her. You know what I mean? She was like a hippie, kind of like smart, but she liked to do some dumb shit here and there, but whatever. But she was fucking, she was cool. Animal lover, total animal lover, like me. Um, yeah, and then yeah, I was like, wow, liver failure. How can this be? Because she was young. She was older than me. She was a few years older than me, I think, but in her fucking late 30s or some shit. Crazy, crazy. You never know what happens. You never know. But, yeah, so that's so sad. I just hope that, I don't know. Yeah, and our mutual friend Dana, right? Dana is actually my oldest out of the three friends. Like, I met Neil through Dana. I knew Dana, and Dana was my neighbor, and that's how we became friends. And then Dana and I like to go to the bar, right? We'd like to go to the bar and drink and shit, and then we would always take a cab home, right? Like responsible adults. And I'll never forget this. Like, one day, I'm going down to Dana's house, going down the road, drinking. What's up, Dana? Da, da, da. He's fucking. It's like 11 in the morning. He's still drunk from last night, right? And he's like, oh, listen to this. I went out last night. I went to fucking wherever. We would go to the Shamrock, or we have a bunch of fucking different bars. Like every town, right? You have all these different bars. That was in Lady Lake. I live now in Wildwood, but that was in Lady Lake, which is just 20 minutes from here. It's right over. And he's like, man, I went out last night and I took a cab home. I'm like, yeah, yeah. How did it go? I don't know what I did. Whatever. I had to work. I don't know. And he's like, I met this guy, and I'm like, mind you, Dana is a drummer, right? Dana's a drummer, any kind of drums, right? Metal or rock, rather, right? He's like, I met this guy. And I'm like, okay. He's like, he was my cab driver. His name is Neil. I'm like, okay. He's like, he plays the bass. I'm like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, we got to talking. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be jamming. I said, what? So that's how these two met, right? And then I started a new job in a Greek restaurant, and I was working there as a server with my mother. She was a server there too, and that's where Heather started working too. It was a brand new opening, so we all started new, brand new people, and yeah, and she worked there, right? And now I had already known Dana for a couple of years, and as soon as I met Heather, I was like, Dana and Heather, dude, they will hit it off, and it just kind of it occurred, right? Then that they got together. They got together at some point, right? And we were all hanging out together. Fucking Heather, me, Neil, and Dana, and Party Time, and a couple other friends. And yeah, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun, and Dana really loved her, man. So damn. So when I talked to Neil, I was like, man, how is Dana doing with this crap, right? Because I think they were together until the end. They were together until the end, I'm pretty sure. I'm like, how's he doing? Like, for fuck's sake, he must be like. And Neil was just like, good old Dana, good old Dana. He's not telling me the truth, whatever. Yeah, but I texted, I said, and then I asked him, I said, so does he still live in his trailer? Because it's kind of a trailer park. It's not a park, but it's trailers, right? And in certain regions, so I still call it a trailer park, even so it doesn't have a name. Doesn't matter. Sorry guys, my camera's fucking just weird. And he didn't answer me. So I'm kind of butthurt. Okay, come on, man. I'm hanging out and everything. I haven't seen you in fucking 3 years. Yeah, I haven't talked to these motherfuckers in like three and a half years. So it's like, come on, let's go to a bar. Come to my house. You know, do whatever. Hang out. Watch Hobo with a Shotgun. Again. That's such a great, stupid movie. No, it's a horror movie. This movie sucks. You guys know that movie, Hobo with a Shotgun? That's a shitty ass movie, dude. But, you know, whatever. I would watch it, smoking, having a good time, you know, laughing our asses off. And Ricky from Trailer Park Boys in there, man. I love Trailer Park Boys. So my brother is streaming Guild Wars. If you guys are interested, right? He's right here. This is his stuff. Check it out. Go there if you want to watch a Guild Wars 2 stream. That's what he's doing right now. I'm happy about that. I think we're all tired from this fucking weather, man. Even my guests are fucking crazy, man. My guests that go golfing in this fucking 90-degree weather. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Sweating their ass off. I had my fucking regular come in today. She came in with a whole crowd of her ladies from golfing, and they come in, and she's not even with them yet, right? Because they come in scattered sometimes, depending on the holes, you know, how that works out. And they come in. There's like 4 of them come in, and they're like, we're going to be 7. And I was like, okay. And the one lady's like, and we were told to ask for, and then my name that I go by at work, right? And I'm like, oh, that's me. And they're like, oh yeah, so and so told us, we were told to ask for you. And I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll take care of you, no problem. And then this comes in my regular Bobby. She's great because, and it's so funny how she says it to them too. She's like, oh, me and her, we go way back. And I laugh, but I'm like, actually, we do go way back. Because she used to come to the restaurant that I worked at before I started this restaurant now. And I worked at that restaurant for 4 years, right? So I've known her for like 5 or 6 years, and she literally followed me to whatever restaurant I worked at. Where are you gonna work now? Oh, there. Okay, I'm coming there from now on. It's nuts. She's like, oh my God, look how sweaty I am. She's like, I'm so sweaty. I would give you a hug, but I'm so sweaty. I'm like, no, that's okay, Bobby. That's okay. Don't touch me. No, it's okay. I mean, she's so sweet. You know what I mean? She'll literally make that. She literally will get off the table, like off the chair, and stand up and be like, Roberta, look over here. This girl is the best server you have. She is the best. And I'm like, Bobby, thanks. It's cool. It feels good. So yeah. Oh. Like, what is this charge on my bank account up? I know what this is. But anyway, yeah, so that's, oh man. And then for some reason, the air conditioner, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. It is so hot in that restaurant. You know, I'm not talking about at home. At home here, it's fine, you know. But at work, I'm like, why is it so hot? And Oksana, my boss's wife, should be like, oh, it's the air conditioner can't keep up. No. That's not an air conditioner that can't keep up. Something else is wrong. It's so hot in there. You have an air conditioner on 70 and inside is 79. And this is a brick building, right? So a brick building always still kind of even stays a little bit cooler. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I think something is wrong with the ventilation system in there, you know? Sorry guys, I'm boring you now. We cannot continue this painting until next week. You know, this is it. So I'm just gonna be kind of yapping here a little bit now, right? But yeah. So as you can tell, a lot of stuff has been going on. A lot of stuff has been happening. Oh, my cats, they're not happy with this fucking weather either. You know, oh man, they're just all sleeping. They're sleeping, and that's it. Um, can't do much for them, you know. They don't really want to go inside. They come in for a few minutes and they go outside. Um, so yeah. So, any questions about the painting or anything? How we're gonna be proceeding? There he is. Torisas. Torisas is here. Tor. Um, so I use acrylic paint, right? So what I'm using is acrylic because it's just the most convenient. It's just the best to use to me. Um, oil is messy and oil is difficult. Oil is difficult. You have to really be patient. You have to really kind of I don't know how to explain it. You have to really just kind of it's very a delicate thing and everything. And I just really don't prefer it. I honestly don't even really see the. I mean, you can see the difference because I think the biggest thing with oil is, and don't quote me, but from what I've experienced, is oil is this kind of like more flexible paint, right? The oil never is so dry that it like cracks, and when it does, it's really old, right? It's very very old oil paint. The acrylic paint it cracks. It can crack, especially with this weather here in Florida. A couple of my paintings because I didn't pre-treat them. You want to pre-treat them usually, but a couple of my paintings I didn't pre-treat the canvas. By pre-treating, meaning putting a whole layer of acrylic first before you even start the painting, right? So I didn't do it with this one because this one's already pre-treated. They say you should still put another layer on there still and then start the painting, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that because if I were to make this specifically for somebody, then maybe I would. But in this case, that it's probably just gonna be hanging in my living room for mostly. Now, hopefully, I hope somebody wants to buy it, right? But I just because this is a good canvas because I have already experienced with this type of canvas when you don't put another layer on there, it's still very good. It still works. The stuff does not crack. Nothing is wrong. So I'm like, okay, I don't see the necessity to do it because I have already had the experience now that it's not necessary to do it. Now with other canvases, they come the smaller ones usually they're not really pre-treated most of the time when you buy them and then you want to do it. But a couple of them, I didn't do it because it was kind of like a amateur mistake. It's just like I painted right on the canvas, and then somewhere you read out you should never just paint straight on the canvas. You should put a layer first, and then because it gives this a flexibility to where it doesn't dry out and crack. Okay, because when you have just the paint straight onto the canvas, then it cracks. So a couple of my paintings they have these cracks in there, and it really upsets me because they're really good paintings, and it's okay. I could go over them, if I really wanted to over the cracks, correct it. It's fine, it's very well possible to do. But it's just extra work. It's just fucking extra work that I just made myself. Um, but if these paintings were purchased, I would absolutely go over these cracks right before I even send these paintings off to my customer because I'm not gonna give them a shitty, you know, cracked painting. I want to have this nice. So yeah. So acrylic is my go-to. That's my best. I like it also because when we have it on this, it's all you do. The best way I find to clean these are plastic, right? You just put them in water and you let it soak in water. You let it soak in water for like I don't know 2-3 hours, and then you go in there and you just literally just rub that stuff right off. It comes right off like a film. So that's easy clean. Whereas to oil, Man, fucking forget it. Anywhere you get that oil on, you can literally, if you get oil on, I had oil on here, and I actually spent time cleaning it with the turpentine, you know. But I mean, you got to be really a clean freak. I guarantee you, most fucking artists, good artists, they're just like, fuck this, they throw it away. It costs 99 cents. I just buy a new one. But I don't want to do that. I like to reuse my things. I don't like to fucking waste shit. I don't like to make that's plastic. I don't like to make a plastic mess. You guys know that. I'm very picky with that shit. So, but yeah, so, you know, I am a pro painter because I've been doing this since I was a little girl, but I am not a pro painter, right? Now, you know, classes were mandatory in Germany in high school to take art classes, right? That's not an option. You take art classes. That's normal. That's part. So I did schooling for it, right? But I didn't do any kind of college education on painting. So, you know, I would never be offended if one of you comes in here and says, "Oh, wait a minute, that's incorrect. That's how you really do it." You could probably really be right, right? Because I don't. So I guess my shit's not really exactly how I want it. So I would never question you, second guess. I mean, I would probably still Google it and be like, "Wait a minute, um, is this really? Is this really it?" You know, because I want to make sure. Um, so yeah, that's better. That's way better. But yeah, it's. But I do have the experience for you know, some of you have less experience than me. I have sold paintings and I have made good paintings, you know, and my customers have always been happy, and that's it, you know, that's it. Oh shit. So I just don't know what you guys would find if you guys would find the oil better. Have you guys ever worked with oil? What did you think about that? Tell me about that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong too. You know, I don't know. I could be doing something wrong, but it is weird because I almost feel like, are there different types of oil paintings? Because I remember I did an oil painting for my mother one time, and I don't know where that's at. I think it's somewhere in on my brother's side of the house, somewhere in a closet now, right? But it was a big oil painting that I did of this tree that I told you guys about, the tree that I chopped down in my hometown. I did an oil painting of this, and I did like the color pencil version for myself in small. And that oil that I used there was very different. It felt different. Yeah, that's the thing with oil. That's the thing. See, that oil that I used there, it literally took days to actually dry. But it felt different. I don't know. I feel like maybe the oil that I got was bad, because I don't know if these kind of things can go bad or something. I know you haven't. Maybe you should start, you know, just fucking do something. See what it looks like. I don't know. Could be fun. Could be fun. You know, I always realize, you know, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm an impatient person, so you guys know that too. Like you, Promethean, like I'm not. Well, you are actually way more patient than me in life generally, it seems. But me, I'm just like all around, art wise, fucking life wise, I'm fucking so impatient. But it's like I I do realize when things are hitting me kind of hard, right? When I have a rough time and I put the canvas on and I start painting again, I can feel it again, right? I'm right where I need to be right then and there, right? I'm like, oh, I gotta paint more. And I tell myself, but it's effort too. It's concentration. It's effort, and I'm tired. I'm tired because I sleep so shitty. Now I have to wake up at 4 o'clock every morning for the next fucking 8 days. I have to do that still. Holy shit! To take my stupid antibiotic. Um, yeah. See, I almost think that my oil did that. That the oil that I have now did that. Because when I painted that one oil painting, it was not that way. It felt very different. I barely had to thin it out with any. I didn't even have turpentine to thin it out when I used that oil. It was really weird. It was totally different. crazy. And but I know it was oil because it took days to dry, so I know it was oil. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that oil that I bought. Something on Amazon, something cheap that I bought. Could be just totally dried out, and could be whatever. I don't know. Oh, so sorry. Keep yawning. I told you guys I'm tired. Okay. But yeah. So yeah. But look at us though. We have accomplished these two. I fucking love him. Oh, and Mr. Florida Mel here was very happy, right? You were very happy with your fucking with your logo here. Man, I stare at this all like the whole time. When you guys see me looking off, I'm looking at that. I love that thing. I love that thing. And it was Draven's idea. It was Draven's idea to do. Well, it was my idea to use the M and the W, right? But it was Draven's idea to do it in this kind of manner, right? Where we did it like that. So that's really awesome. That's really awesome. Oh, man. I got You know what I gotta do? Because this is what's really bothering me. I gotta move this whole table here over so I can fucking move. Oh, and I'm still using this, of course, Promethean. This has always become a great fucking tool. See, I can't do it with this brush because this brush is too thick, so it won't hold in there. But I can swear I've done it with this one before. Yeah, I did it. And then it kind of stands in the water, and this is just for laziness, and it keeps you from having to wash the brush out. I could just leave it in that water, but I don't know. I don't know. The problem is that, hold on, because I told you guys before, the problem is when you leave your brush in the water, then okay, it doesn't dry out. But what does happen is that it the brush is on the ground like this, and it makes it bend like this, and then like the bristles of the brush, and the next time you pull it out, the brush is like this, the bristles, and they will never go back. I don't know if any of you know a trick, but they will never go back. But this thing, because the brush is stuck on the side of the rim, so it's elevated in the water, so it's not touching the ground of the thing, so it's elevated in the water, so it stays straight. Awesome. I love this. Sorry guys, I'm gonna be wiggling on this fucking camera until I have this the right way I want it. Yeah, I think that's all I want it. Okay, because I don't like when you can't see the top of my head. I mean, the top of my head looks like fucking crazy, but that's good. This is perfect. I'm in the perfect position now. Yeah, but yes, Promethean, this was a really great gift, and I use it all the time. That is my favorite thing. I use the other ones, they're just regular, like, fucking, what do you call the spaghetti sauce, jars. That's what I use. That's what we use for glasses in the house, too, you know what I mean? Fuck it. Why buy glasses? The same fucking thing. I mean, I got my awesome goblets, right? If it comes on beautiful drinking, I got us covered in this house, of course, too, but, make sure I'm not drinking a bug or something, okay, good. But when you just drink a glass of milk or you drink some water, take that stupid fucking Presto jar. I washed it, put it right in the dishwasher, boom. I paid not just for sauce, but for a glass. Because they're so stupid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I'm gonna take literally like a 2-minute break, maybe less, but about 2 minutes, okay? And I'll be back. Don't run away. I'll be right back, okay? And I'm back. Sorry, guys. Okay. Um. So I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna talk about famous artists, man. It's like, oh, you can't run away. You could crawl away or something. No, I was gonna talk about like famous artists. Like it's intimidating, right? For somebody like me. It's intimidating, man. It's intimidating because you set your goals like that. Because it's like I really want to be like them. I want to be good like them, right? But it's like I know I can't be good like that. But it feels so good when you can achieve a painting or any kind of creation that you can see as great, either all on its own, a great creation, or you can see that it comes almost a little bit close to your admired artist. Just even if there's slight similarities, right? To something where you say, "Oh man, this looks really real." Because for me, like I said, it's the realism, right? So if I paint something and it looks really real, right? I'm really happy about that. Like that's why the deer skull painting that I made, I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of that. I mean, I did use a deer skull and looked at it to do that, right? But it makes me feel good. It makes me feel very good because I want to be a good artist, and people always say art is art and it's subjective and da da da. It is, yes, it is, but there is shitty art. There is art that's just straight up shitty. I've seen it. It's not often. It's not often because artists, they always try to put their best there. Then most of the time, artists and perfectionists goes hand in hand, right? But it's like, um, I've seen shitty art, right? And then I gotta say, man, this is not for you. Don't do it. And I have tried myself on some things, and then I said to myself, no, this is not. I'm not good at it. I should not do this type of thing, right? For instance, for instance, some one of my little, let's say, secrets. I don't like to really boast about it because it's kind of like people are gonna be like, that's not really art, but I am very good manga artist. I can draw really, really well mangas, right? So I'm really good at that. And it's also like it's one of those things when you're good at something and it comes to you easily too. Then you really kind of know like you have a talent for that thing. Um, and I'm also like I think I've mentioned that before too. Changing sizes, right? If I see something that I need to paint or draw, and I need to draw it the same exact way but enlarged or smaller, I am very good at giving it like the same type of thing in a totally different size. Right? I can shrink that shit and it'll still look exactly the same, or I can enlarge it and it'll look good. I'm very good at that. I'm a very like in a weird way like I'm very conscious, cognitive and perceptive. Okay, and that doesn't just go for the artist, for everything that I do. So there's certain things that I can hit, and I just fucking hit it spot on, right? Like I said, the color mixing thing. I'm very good at that shit for some reason. I can mix that color. You show me a color and say, "Oh, mix that color," and I can do it in minutes, and it'll look exactly like that color. Because, but this could really also have physical reasons. Because I don't know how everybody perceives color. Maybe I just have a really good. My eyes are very good of perceiving color. You know what I mean? Could not be like this for everybody else. Maybe other people see it a little bit darker, or they see it a little bit on a in a yellow tone, or whatever. I don't know. So certain things I can do, and my whole life will be always continue the challenge to arise to the topic of trying to do the realism. That's why when you go on my Etsy store, Dragana Apothecary right here, you can see I have a painting listed there that's a portrait of Ozzy Osbourne. And this is the thing. I think this is a good portrait, right? It's 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 not fucking Da Vinci portrait, right? It's not, but it's a good portrait. You can see it's Ozzy. I'm sure you guys have seen it. You've seen it on my Facebook. You can see it's Ozzy immediately, right? And you're like, this is Ozzy. I shit you not. My first ever portrait was of myself. It was in elementary school. Once again, it was in Germany that it's mandatory in elementary school art class, and it was, I think it was 7 or 8, right? And we had to bring a little mirror that you could sit on the table. It has a stand as one of those little mirrors, and then we had to sit there, and with watercolor, we had to paint our face. And I won an award. Like, we didn't have awards, but what? Thank you. Um, but we had like it wasn't awards or anything or certificates, but it was like if it was the best or if it was good, it was hung up in the hallway of the school in a certain part. If it was hanging up in a certain part, then you knew, oh, you were really good, right? There would only be 2 or 3 of those paintings, and the rest would be further down. But those 2 or 3 were hung up in the area where it was most trafficked when like the parents first came in, when there was parents teacher meetings or there was some kind of activity or some shit. So mine won, and mine was hanging there, and I was 8, so it was a fucking flat fucking face. It was a 2D fucking watercolor fucking painting of my face, and my teacher was completely like, she couldn't believe it. She was a very strict teacher. She had a really bent thumb like this. She would always be like, and da da da, and da da da. But when she would go like this, she would bend that fucking thumb like all the way down, and we always looked at each other like, oh my god, her thumb is fucked. It's hilarious. We had a good time. But she was a good teacher, and she was a fair teacher, and she was amazing. This is so good. Like, I cannot believe you're 8 years old and you did that. That is your face. Like, you did a good job. So I put that there. They put that there, and so then I got another one where in high school, well, middle school you would say, but it's high school in Germany, whatever, because we don't have middle school. It's elementary and high school, right? High school and middle school is all in one, and it's high school. So we had to. This one hurts my feelings. We had to get a print. The teacher, he put a bunch of different prints of famous artists, right? Of different still lives or landscapes of different artists. Van Gogh, fucking blah blah blah, fucking Monet, right? And there was a still life that I really liked of one of Monet's still life, and I will never forget what it looked like. It was I mean, so many of Monet's still lives with flowers look all very similar. They most of the time contain the same type of flowers, blah blah blah, but the arrangements are different, right? No, Hochschule is oh yeah, if you translate the word. See, this is funny. Okay, so high school, if you translate the word, then it's Hochschule. But Hochschule is something different in Germany. Hochschule is after high school. High school is actually gymnasium. Gymnasium is what we call. Is what high school is. If you do it that way, Hochschule is past that, because what it is, you finish high school, you finish gymnasium, you get your Abitur, which is your high school diploma, and then you move on to Hochschule if you want to continue schooling in that way, right? That's how it is. But the word translated exactly is Hochschule, yes. Yeah. So that's how that is. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's weird. It's very weird. So in okay, so really college here is Hochschule in Germany, and university here is like Studium, Universität in Germany. There. Yep, you said it at the same time pretty much as me. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. That's right. Yep. That's how it goes. Yeah, we have so many different types of schools depending on what you want to do. Um yeah. So yeah, but anyway, so I was doing this I picked the still life of Monet, and it is a vase, and it's like a it's a rounder, bigger bodied vase, and it has flower arrangement out of it, and the background is a little darker. Um, Flower arrangement is very on the pinkish and white and purplish side, right? And I painted that shit, and it was so good that like the whole school was like freaking out over it. They were like, "Oh my god, like we cannot believe you did that. It's so good, right?" After the print that I had in front of me, and I painted it, and my mother actually got it put in a frame, and she hang it in the living room. And anytime somebody came in, like, "Oh, this is Monet," so long, and I was like, "Nope." Yes, it is Monet, but my daughter did this one, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Like people were freaking out over it. But then when everything fell apart between my parents and everything, like everything just got lost and everything fucking like, long story short, horrible things occurred, and it was really bad. And this is gone. This painting is completely gone. It's destroyed, as to my knowledge, it's completely destroyed. And the thing is, like, I have literally spent hours online trying to find that exact Monet painting that I had painted, and I can't find it because it's so hard, because they all look so similar. But I know that if I was to see it, I would know. But see, this is the thing with me. By memory, I would not be able to do it the exact way, right? I would be able to do it okay, I guess, but there would be a lot of improvisations within the painting because I could not recall little flowers that were in the middle and stuff like that, right? I can kind of recall the outline of the whole still life, but what happens inside, I can recall the vase, I can recall kind of the table in the background and everything, but it is so such a shame. And I think you and I talked about that, Promethean, when I was spending like one night literally for like, I don't know, 3 hours or so. I was looking on Google and Googling images, that fucking Monet painting of this certain still life that I really, because I want to find it and I want to paint it again. Because that was one of my proudest moments ever, right? Because my mother framed that thing. And what my mother said was the most important thing to me. So it was like, and my dad, of course, right? But my mom came first because mom was always judgmental and you can do better. So whenever there was something I did do and she was like, "I am so proud and it's perfect, da 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 da," then I was like, yes, I impressed my mom. You know what I mean? So I really want to one day, I really hope that one day I get to fucking find which painting that was. I can't even recall the name of it. Because if I knew the name, then yeah, I was literally fucking looking and looking, and like I said, but I found like literally 10 of them that I was like, could this be the one? But what I have found is most of the ones that I found, they're more like long ways, right? His flowers kind of go up and they go round and they grow. But the one that I painted was more compact. It was more very like a classic vase, a little bit of a rounder body. It was a little more bluish. The vase was like a, if I can remember correctly, because our memory betrays us, it was a dark blue, and it had the little white there that showed a shimmer of light on it, right? And then the arrangement was more like this, and it was very also classic, right? It was round, and it had these white flowers, and it had pink flowers with light pink and darker pink petals. I see. I can totally like remember, but it's like I can't remember exactly how was the arrangement. But I know if I see it, then I know. You know how you know something when you see it a name, for instance, you're like, I know it's the name. I know the name. When I see the name, I know it. Boom. Or when I see the number, I know it, like a phone number or something. That's how I am. Like, or a cartoon, right? You just see, oh yeah, I see a picture of this. This reminds me of my childhood cartoon. Oh hi, Zagros. Yeah, it was such a beautiful Monet painting because it had that darker pinkish, but it was like a burgundy and a white and that blue was in there. It was just like the whole color gives you just this. Yeah, it was just great. It was a great painting. I loved doing it. I got the best grade, and the whole school was freaking out, and yeah, so it was just great. So I just hope maybe one day I'll fucking stumble across it, you know. Maybe I go to a museum and it fucking hangs there. I'll shit my pants, you know. It'd be great. Yeah. So that's why, like, this is one of those things where I'm not like. There's my. I wouldn't say necessarily maybe expertise, but my precision is kind of lacking there. I have never attempted really to do my own from scratch still life because, well, still life is a wide range. A still life could be like a fruit arrangement, right? But a still life is literally the word still. It's come from the German still, like it's standing still. There's no movement. But there's life, right? But there's no movement within that life. But when I say still life, most of the time you refer to a flower arrangement, right? So I have never done my own flower arrangement still life from scratch because the detail's not the problem. I can get away with the detail, I can do it, but then after the detail, you gotta do the shading, and that's where I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I swear, because my mother would be like, I would paint something. Now, my grandfather was a master painter, right? So he would his shit looked like Leonardo da Vinci's shit, which is all gone too, which is so fucking shitty. If I could find any of his paintings, again, this fucking it's a shame. It's a shame how this all went down. But maybe you never know what happens. But it's so funny. I would paint something or draw something when I'm a younger girl, and I would draw and I would put a shadow on it or around it or something, you know, because there has to be shadow because this is the natural order of things. And then my mother would look at this and be like, "Why is the shadow there?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, the sun is coming from this side, yes." Yeah, well then the shadow needs to be there. And then it opens up your perspective when you're a little girl and you're like, oh yeah, actually, you know, the shadow comes from something. It comes from something blocking the sun. So if the sun comes from there, you gotta have the shadow there, right? But I would do the shadow on the other side or something like, oh god. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm telling you guys that, but whatever. Remake it in my own version? Oh my god. That's very tasty thought. I'm not gonna lie. I'm almost thinking I should just in my own way, but it's yeah. You know, I could just use all his other ones. You know, pick, find one that's similar to the one, and then use that as at least for reference, right? Because I remember it also had these it had these. They weren't flowers, but they were these little twiggy things with the little berries on there too. That was in the painting. I remember that. Yeah, it could be another Twitch project. Yeah. And it had these hairy flowers. That sounds weird, but they looked like they were white flowers, but they were like hairy. But they were not the whatever line stuff that we call Löwenzahn in Germany. We call it lines too. What do you call them here? Dandelion. It was not that. It was something different, white, hairy looking ones. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. I should, huh? Should do something like that. Mm. How did it go? I'm still streaming, motherfucker. Come in my stream. I find that so silly. Send him my link. You want to know how it's going? Come here. Not lotuses, but pond. Pond lilies. No, but oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But isn't the lotus the one that floats on the water? And the water lily floats on the water? It's not that. It's hair. It has like hairs, white hairs. Something like that. Yeah, I can see it, like, you know what, I like in my inner eye. I see the picture of it, and I can see the certain ones, but I can't see all of it in my head. It's so fucking. They both do. Oh. Oh. No, 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 no. It was in a vase. I thought I said that. It was in a vase, in like a bigger bodied vase. The flower arrangement, and it was like, oh, man, I wish I could know already, man. This is so aggravating. It really does aggravate me because I'm literally just like, come on. If I can find that fucking painting, I'd be so happy. I would jump. I would jump. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. I would jump for joy if I could find that. But it almost makes me think it wasn't Monet, but it was Monet. I know it was Monet. Yeah, he did a lot. I just saw his stuff the other day. His pond lilies. Yep, I just saw that. I'm gonna just fucking look just for shits and giggles. I'm gonna look and I'm gonna give you guys like a little thing and show it to you guys the what I mean, right? I'm gonna put still life Monet, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. What it looked similar to. Okay. Well, I hope I'm not wrong and it was Manet, but I don't think so. Okay, here we see this. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yep. I have already come across one that looks very similar. Yeah, this is probably the most similar one. Ooh. See, now I'm seeing, like, I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to start my search over again. No, I'm not going to do that because I got you guys on here. So, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to download this picture and I'm going to show it to you guys. And you guys are going to know, okay, we know what she's talking about. This shit will open because my computer has been fucking around with me. Oh, sending me to a whole site. It's okay because I'm just gonna save, like, copy the picture, whatever, and this is not the one. This is not the one, but it is. It has a similarity. Okay, so let's see. Ugh, my computer is so slow today. Sorry, guys. I just didn't know we were gonna. I didn't know we're gonna get all that, and I've been having something stuck in my throat too. That's what she said. Ooh, I'm looking at that right now though. Promethean, because I'm like, no chance, no leaf untouched, or what do you call this shit? Nope. But I'm about to send to you what. Oh, that's all of the stuff he did. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that one looks. Oh my God, that's not it though. That's not it. But it's so similar though. I'm telling you, it was Monet. It was Monet. I know it was. So crazy that I cannot. Yeah, that one's in there too. That I'm about to show you guys. Okay, so let me see. I'm about to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. You saw the logo? Good. Oh, that's cool. You have to see that. Oh man. Yeah, museums are a rarity for me. I don't ever get to go because everything's so far away and I don't have a car and shit, so can't really go to any museums, unfortunately. Fucking bullshit, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Alright. Sorry, guys. I don't know why everything is taking so long today. The heat. My computer's like, no, it's too hot. Please don't make me do it. But I want to show you guys so you guys can have fucking an idea on what I'm talking about. I want to seem fucking crazy. Okay, there it is. So, mind you, once again, this is not the one, but it looks very similar to the one. Okay. You guys see it? Now, it did not, you guys can't see you guys can't see my mouse move or anything like that. But look at all the fruit and all that extra stuff. No, it was nothing like that. But the flowers are. You see what when I'm saying the hairy type of flowers? That's what I was talking about. And again, in this one it's more colorful, right? He's got the reds and he's got the blues and all that stuff. But in mine, the one that I did is more like when you look at the one in the middle, like the flower in the middle, that's like the purplish, and then the white, and then it has like a burgundy, and the vase was like a dark color, and it was centered. The whole vase was, oh, carnations. Okay, carnations. Gotcha. The whole vase was centered, and it was a darker setting, right? It was not like this, but yeah. So that's what I'm talking about right here. That is the similar. Still very far away, but the flowers and their kind of their arrangement, right? They're not going too crazy. Little bit outward on that side, but other than that, it still keeps it in this kind of range, and that's how it was. So yeah, if I can ever fucking find the one that I'm talking about. Now that makes me look at, it makes me want to look at, maybe because I never looked at Manet. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was Manet and not Monet, but I can swear it was Monet. I don't know. But then like I said, we can all be wrong. I can literally put up look up Manet still life, and boom, there it is. I don't know, man. It's so frustrating. You know that feeling when you're looking for something so specific and you just take one look on it and you're gonna be like, that's it. Yeah, look at that though. That's a oh my god, was I wrong? Was it a Manet painting? Oh my god, because I just saw a Manet still life and it looked, because I feel like Monet was not as detailed um as Manet, or in a different way, I should say. So it could have oh man, I think I think sorry guys, I swear to you, I'm not gonna sit here all night and do this, but maybe I will after I'm done with the stream, which I can be at any time. Oh man, that looks just as well, man, just as well. Really, they are very similar to each other. Damn. Oh man, that's so annoying that I can't fucking find that shit, man. Oh my god. Watch one day. Because you know the computer listens to you. I'm not a paranoid and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, none of that shit. But I do know that they can hear some shit. And because then suddenly your advertisements change on your computer and everything to what you were talking about. You weren't even typing it or nothing and it happens. Oh man, that one looks so similar. What is that? Oh my god, guys. Ah, who is that? Willem van Alst? Alst? Wow. Ha ha ha. That shit looks so ridiculously similar. See, that's what I mean. Like, I put. They make a bunch of these artists make that kind of stuff. I swear it was Monet, but I cannot be sure. Huh. I mean, these guys painted so much in their whole life. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, I gotta be done. I'm just gonna be addicted. That Zucker. There's a Zuckerberg or Zuckerman. He's out there listening. He needs to fucking. I sent that motherfucker a huge message one time. You know that? Yeah, it was ridiculous because he banned some of my shit that I put on there. Yeah. But the fucking. Yeah, that is really how that goes. There's no doubt about it. Whatever. Ow. Yeah, Monet and Manet, the two most confused artists in the world. Yeah, okay. Very similar looking things. But I don't know. Then I saw a couple of other ones that were even more closer to what I was thinking. I can't remember the name now. You know, it's in my search there, but I don't know, guys. I cannot. Yeah, I messaged the actual guy. I sent him a big one message. Not, not professional. I explained to him, you cannot ban my religious views and my things, religious views. I refer to it as traditional or cultural views, and then be okay with the other things that are harassing other people. When people fucking spam me and harass me with Christian propaganda. You know, I checked it for maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks, a couple of times a week, and it was it was received, but not red. And then I just stopped checking, so I don't know. I don't know. Ever read? Probably not. Because he probably has his people sift through the stuff, you know. He doesn't answer anything anymore. He's got people for that now, you know. I mean, which it is understandable, right? He gets probably millions of messages, you know. I'm not the only person that messaged him, you know. I'm in his message requests. No, I was pissed off because my stuff got blocked, and it was a beautiful picture of a Germanic women's march, and they were in their white robes with their white hoods, but nice, like they looked like goddesses, right? Not fucking Ku Klux Klan or nothing like that, right? When I say it like that, I sound like a fucking no, like nice little. Hoods and their nice white dresses, and they were holding the symbol, the swastika symbol, but not the swastika used in World War II. The original swastika, which is actually the Slavic symbol for, it's the sun wheel. And they were holding the sign, and they were marching, and it was like and they were smiling, and their dresses were flowy, right? It was like a pagan celebration. And I got fucking flagged for that shit. Yeah, I put it as my profile picture, got flagged. And then I couldn't have it as my profile picture. That pissed me off, man. There was nothing of any sort. I am not that person. I am not a racist, anti-Semitic. Nothing. Not at all. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But because I find disliking somebody for their religious views, for their skin color, for their sexual orientation, all of this shit, I don't fucking, what, why? Because, like, she's lesbian or he's gay, you don't like them, why? Like, explain that to me. Like, for me, it doesn't register in my brain that you would dislike somebody because of that. I dislike somebody, or because they're a different skin color. No, I dislike somebody. If you're a dick, you're a dick. I dislike you. That's it. I don't give a shit what color you are or what sexual orientation. And if you're gay and you're a dick, you're a dick. And if you're straight, you're a dick, you're a dick too. I don't mean, I hate humans all equally. Yeah, I think I know. I think I have an idea. There was this girl at the time that had some issues. She thinking she is gay, right? She likes women, and she thinks I have some kind. I'm like, my brother is gay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop it. Stop. I hate that shit. That gets on my nerves. She doesn't even know me well enough to say, oh, she's racist. She doesn't even know me. She has never had conversation. Or in fact, actually, she has had conversations with me about it, and I know all her sexual orientation and everything. And I thought she was not a friend because we weren't close like that, but I thought she was a good acquaintance. And then I think she reported me sometime when I posted something that I posted Dunkelheit, the song Dunkelheit by Burzum, by Varg Vikernes, and I posted that, and then and that's where she got me reported, because I shared the song Dunkelheit. What the fuck? The Germanic paganism. It's talking about the Germanic gods, or I don't even know that that's what the lyrics are about. There's nothing in there that has anything to do, just because Varg is he is fucking a racist or whatever. He's what it is. Here's what happens with this kind of shit. These people, they read certain authors, right? They read a lot of books, and they read certain authors, and they misinterpret certain authors. That's the problem. That's the shit that happened with Hitler. That's the shit that happened with Varg. Yeah, they misinterpreted. They read Guido von List, for instance, right? And Guido von List is all about, the Aryan race, but not in that way that they do that, right? There's a difference between being proud of your heritage, right, and your culture, and what does your culture represent, and wanting to eradicate any other culture. Because that's not what these authors are trying to say, right? They're trying to maintain the knowledge. They're trying to maintain spreading the knowledge of where you come from, where's your heritage from. And these idiots like Hitler and fucking Varg, they take that shit to a whole nother level. Now suddenly, if you get involved with somebody just not from a that's not Aryan or whatever, then you're scum. That's not what Guido von List said. That's not what Helena Blavatsky said. Well, see, that's the thing. So, so they so they say that it was a myth, right? But also, it is said that this was pretty much one of the first races, right? That was in a way, how do you say, spiritually evolved. Okay, and that's also the thing. Whenever you read anything about that race, it never talks about, I mean, not never, but it doesn't specify exactly what that race even looked like, right? So when Hitler started to go on about fucking blonde hair and blue eyes, he made that up. He made that up. That was in his image, right? In his image, he's like, that's what the Aryan race looks like, and that's what everybody needs to look like that. That's what I mean. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. And as long as there's no proof on what it said is that the Aryan race had the secrets. The Aryan race had the secrets of certain keys to the Germanic runes, to all of these things, these secretive languages, all of that. That's what that's really about, right? It's not. It has nothing to do with any kind of anti-Semitic or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's about the religious view. Now, of course, it is a kind of like it's a conformist way though, because Guido von List talks about how if you take that type of religion too far, then you become a shaman, okay? And then this is now shamanistic religion, which is kind of what I practice in a way, right? And he pretty much warned to refrain from that, because that will pretty much, now you're living in a dreamland, and that's also not the right way to go, which I can agree in one way too. But that's what that's about. That's what that's about. It had nothing ever to do with fucking Jews or nothing like that. So it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. And Varg, he's just a crazy fucking Norwegian crazy fuck. Exactly, exactly. It's totally just like, it's the same principle when everybody fucking looks and says Jesus Christ looked like that, like how the Western civilization portrays Jesus, like a brown-haired, light-skinned, blue-eyed, or whatever guy. That's not what Jesus looked like. If he really existed, he did not look. He looked like basically Osama bin Laden. Do you understand? Because that's a region. That's how they look like. They have the thick, dark hair. They have the darker skin. Blah blah blah. Right? That's why this is all so misconstrued. That's why I always encourage people to read more books, right? Because first of all, you have to find out where all of this that you have heard, right? The hearsay has put in your head. First of all, find the origin. Where did this all stem from? And you have to read a lot of books, because you have to go further back and then further back and further back and further back and further back. You have to go very far back in order to find this out. And then you have to have your little tentacles spread out a little bit even more, because then you have to find out the little details in between and shit, right? And then you have to really kind of connect the dots. And what can you say? Okay, this is unclear. This could be myth, or it's unclear, or this is pretty close. Like, I think this is a fact, right? Because it's very prevalent, and you see factual things that you're like, okay, and that's the thing. That's what I always say. Like, in anything, exactly like a Palestinian, exactly. That's it. But it's anything that is in quotes, a rumor, a myth, something. In my opinion, what I have found out is there's always an element of truth to it, right? It can be a tiny atom of element. It can be a tiny, tiny part of truth, right? It could be just a hair that's actually the truth about it. It always stems from something true. Like my dad always said, when rumors occur, right? He always said how one person will whisper in the next person's ear, and then that person will whisper in the next person's ear, right? And it's funny. My dad would always say, honey, you know how this starts. The first guy will say, a mosquito farted. And then he will keep telling. At the end of the line, the last person that heard the rumor say, the elephant shit. You know what I mean? So there's still an element of truth to it, but it's like fucking far apart. So yeah. So I hate when people don't judge anything by the surface. That even when they you know especially books that are forbidden, books that say they're no longer even available to buy and shit. These are the books you want to find because there's a reason why they're forbidden, right? And I try to read upon everything and anything, proven history, proven history, myths, legends, theology, religion, any culture, you know. I mean, fucking I don't know. I can't even explain. I never really knew much about, for instance, like the shit, the fucking brush came out. The Mesoamerican culture was always kind of like unclear to me, and then I started reading, and I'm like, damn. We would think that our fucking Norse or fucking Germanic ancestors were the badasses. No, look into the Mesoamerican people. I mean, beheading was a daily fucking thing there, and that's truth. That's not a myth. That's, scientific proof we have for that. And it's very interesting to find these things out, right? You find out why did certain cultures' music sound like that? Oh, because these were the instruments that they used at the time, and that's how they made these instruments, and everything. It's just all of it. I want to know it all. You know what I mean? I want to know it all. That's why I hate when people are so quick to judge. Be it judging people by their in quotes different culture and religion, or when it comes to their own, right? They have their own, and this is how it is. I fucking bet you 100% that's not how it is, and I don't bet. It's never how it is. It's never what it seems. Look deeper, deeper. Go as far back and go as close to the beginning as you can, because that's where you want to go. Because that is my journey. My journey is to find, because we have physical proof and we have scientific proof of our physical evolution as humans, right? It's still a theory. It's only a theory. Come on, guys. We all know what happened. Come on. Shut up. I hate when people say, it's only a theory. We came from monkeys, right? Well, from fucking little tiny bacteria, blah, 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 and then walk like this, and finally start walking upright, and that's our physical evolution. We pretty much have that in the can, right, Sagros? We have the physical evolution, the science in the can. We miss one link, but we still discover other links all the time. Once a year or so, we discover another skull and another skull and another skull, and one day we will find that missing skull that sits in between it, right? But because I think that we are older than what we think, why we haven't found that skull yet, right? Because we're older. Because evolution takes such a long time. So anyway, my journey is the evolution of the spirit, the spiritual evolution, because I do agree, and I think there is a big, heavy truth to it that Helena Blavatsky says. We forget that there was also a spiritual, or like a cognitive evolution, really, right? Because how aware we are of ourselves. We were not like that when we were Neanderthals and we were fucking hitting rocks together and saying ooga booga, and we had no language, we had no speech. Even still, as the Germanic Vikings or the Germanic tribes, we had not even established an alphabet. We used runes to communicate. So it was still like the onset of being a Neanderthal in a way, right? So it's like, okay, so where did suddenly this switch come? Where did the switch come that we suddenly are completely aware? We start, inventing things at a rapid pace. We start evolving our technologies and everything at this incredibly fast speed. And yeah, so I'm not talking about aliens came and they gave. That's that's so fucking. Then where are they at now? You know what I mean? Like, why haven't they been back, or at least given a sign of some sort? Nothing has occurred. That's why this is. Mm-mm. But I have heard this term before, and I really believe that it's like that. I feel like this is so true. The truth often is more fantastical than the myth. So something occurred in our spiritual and our cognitive evolution that just shot us, right? Just like when we evolved from the fucking monkey to the man, there was that's the piece we're still looking for, right? We're like, what? But there's something missing. There's a piece missing. How did we come from there to suddenly there? Something is missing there. We will find that piece. And it's the same, but everybody's disregarding the cognitive and the conscious evolution of the mind, right? Of the brain. Um, we can look at it all from the physical aspect, because we can find these pieces of the skulls, and we can examine them, and we can do all that, but we cannot find the pieces of the soul laying around like that, or the conscience laying around like that from the past. And we can, because that is the part, right? That's why I believe in this whole, from plant to animal, from animal to human, from human to spirit, and from spirit to God. That's that's the esoteric way. And then you get the exoteric way, which is the, to God and then back to God, right? You become this higher being, and then you go back to God. But the esoteric teaching is more like God is within you. So it's like on the satanic side in a way. But like I said, this is all a bunch of books that are fucking swirling in my head right now that I'm talking about. So, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, and we should all fucking come the fuck down and let everybody do what they need to do, and not be so judgmental, right? Stop with that shit. We should fucking do research. We should all be scientists, basically, right? And you know, and then in a way, art is science, right? Because you can literally look at a piece of art and be like, okay, so then you can see when does this date, when was this formed, right? And when you see somebody like Leonardo da Vinci that was alive in what was it, the 13th century or some shit like that, and that he came up with what artists still struggle to this day to accomplish, that is that is huge. That's a big sign of something, a sort of a genius, and sort of a sudden evolution in the cognitive thing, and in your conscience, and in your just how you perceive everything. Yeah, so yeah, it's an interesting journey. It's all very interesting. Just like so many books, not enough time. You know what I mean? I wish I could just go like input, 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 and it just go like this, all the pages, and just go all in my head. I wish I could do it like that, or put a block with all the information, but can't do that. So, but yeah, this painting is going to be really good. Wow, these strips look fucking phenomenal. But they're still wet as hell. There's no way I can continue painting tonight. Um, it looks good though. It looks very good. Yeah. So maybe I can turn this fucking lamp. Look at that. Yeah, this is good. Very good. Yeah, so we're gonna be continuing that the next week for sure. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. You guys got anything for me? Because I'm kind of all out, tapped out. I'm tired as shit. That's my biggest problem right now, man. And what time is it? Fucking 11. Gotta wake up at 4 o'clock. Holy shit. Oh, yes! I want it to rain. I want it to be a really, really crazy thunderstorm so I don't have to water my plants for 2 days. Takes me an hour. Takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to water all the plants that I have. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's way too much. It's way too much. But I do love them. I do love my plants. Yeah. My plants and my animals, man. I love those things. But yeah, so let me see what's going on here. Nothing. Oh. I don't know if oh my god. Guys, for fuck's sake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead. I hope you guys had a good time. I think I'm gonna kind of slow it down, make myself something to eat. I don't think I've eaten anything. I harvested a jalapeno today from my garden, so I think I'm gonna put that on my sandwich. I did that before. It was so good. Fresh jalapenos they're the best. Pickled ones, yeah, they're good too, but the fresh ones you can't beat that shit. Mm. Slice that up, put it on a sandwich. But yeah, I had a good time, guys. I had a good time. I think we did good progress on this painting. This new painting is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be good. So we're gonna continue that. Good. That's really good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. It makes me feel like I did something right. Makes me feel I didn't waste anybody's time. Makes me feel I did something constructive, and that's my main thing. I always try to do something that's something constructive. Doesn't have to be good, but at least constructive in some way. But all right, yeah, I think I'm gonna go and I hope oh crap. And I'm open tomorrow. My store's gonna be open tomorrow, and I'm available for readings all day, online and in person. This is my messenger. You can hit me up there. I give readings on there if you want, and I also have readings available there on my Etsy shop. You can see it down there too. In my Etsy store, Dragana's Apothecary, and on Facebook Messenger, Dragana Milosavljevic. Hit me up anytime. I can give you a reading. It's cheap. I only charge $20. It's about 25-30 minutes, and my readings are very accurate. And yeah, so let me know if you need anything. I'm open for commissions. This is my brother. He streams right now at the moment. He's streaming Guild Wars 2, live streaming at Raleigh. Go check him out. He needs support too. So, and I really thank you guys for coming every week. It means very, very much, and I feel support. I feel not alone. And that's good because that's kind of what we all need. So I want to thank you guys, and I'm gonna go, and I really hope that you had a good time.